Video Games Recon.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nate from Video Games Recon, and in this video and series we're going to be discussing my first impressions of all the weapons from Advanced Warfare, category by category, and at a later date, once I've grown more accustomed and if I have the time, I may go into greater detail and review each weapon individually. Okay, first off, each weapon will be in its base form in terms of minimal attachments for as fair a comparison as possible, and in terms of variants, as each weapon has up to 10 variations that can be acquired via supply drops. And obviously I don't have all those probably hundreds of weapons available to compare. Also, as an FYI, most if not all the footage will be recorded in a local lobby against bots, as I haven't as of yet unlocked all the normal variants of weapons. Also, this is my day 1 or day 2 impressions of the weapons available, so that opinion over time is subject to change. And if your opinions differ from mine, no need to go mental and have a hissy fit. Instead, please feel free to have a rational conversation about it with me or other people in the comments. Anywho, I think that's everything covered, so without any further ado, let's do it to it. Okay, let's go over the class setup for the launchers. We can't really affect the usefulness of them because none of them have attachments, so you can't really make it an unfair comparison. I set up, put an assault rifle on because they are secondaries, which is, you know, obviously what they should be, because if they were primaries they'd be next to useless. So we put on primaries because that's obviously how you can have it. You're not going to go into any fucking match with just a rocket launcher unless you're trying to be a troll. So yeah, so we've got an AK on each one with a silencer and a quick grip, whatever it's called. Is it quick grip? Is that what it's called? Quick draw grip. Yeah, so we've got lightweight so we can move about. Blind eye because you're probably going to want that for taking down enemy aircraft and stuff. And just some stun grenades and to mix it up, and a cloak so you can go invisible. Like that specifically is useful for launchers, because if you want to take down an aircraft, you might have blind eye, which makes you immune to that aircraft, but people will be able to see you you know, looking up to the sky like a fucking gormless idiot. So having something like a cloak on is pretty good. But aside from that, you know, clearly you can't get much fairer customization than that. So comparison, even if I get my worms out. Yeah, so without any more nonsense, let's get into it. Okay, in this one we're checking out the launchers. The first launcher we're going to check out is the Stinger M7. Now this one is sort of like the Javelin, but not quite, unfortunately. I don't know why they didn't bring back the Javelin. That was a peculiar little monster, but it was a beast. This works in the same way. You have to get lock-ons with enemies, and when you get a lock-on and it fires, it is like a burst fire, and like not like you know, not like a gun. You know, it's got a spread shot, which spreads out into like 4 missiles or maybe 5 horizontally, and then like kills people and blows up. You get 2 rounds. No, you don't get 2 rounds. You get 8 rounds. Jeez, that's a lot. Maybe it's because I died. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you do get 8. But obviously, probably want this for aerial takedowns. It can kill people. It's obviously really cumbersome, and you probably only want to use it for objectives or to clear out a room or whatever. In terms of taking down aerial vehicles, it's probably the best for that, because of its tracking sort of thing that it's got. Oops, someone's not concentrating. Yeah, so basically once you get a full lock on a thing, I think it will just track it and like hit it. It's not necessarily,
Enemy HUDs have been disabled.
you have to, when you lock onto enemies, you have to sort of keep the crosshairs on them for it to get to the third beep. When it gets to the third beep, it will fire, and as you see, it's sort of homed in on it. So this can be really good for taking out even people. Oh, that sounds like it. Having a picnic, having a cheese sandwich. No time for that, mate. So it can be good for taking out people, but only at long distances or for objectives. But obviously, for all rocket launchers, you know, they're only really good for objectives and the odd weird clusterfuck where you just want to blast some beastie into a room. Right, so the next one we're going to check out is the MAAWS, which I don't really understand that well. I'm not sure if I'm missing something, because I'll show you in a minute when I get killed. Oi, dude, kill me. Oi, you, kill me. Someone kill me. You don't deserve to kill me, you shit. Come on. Come on. Fucking hell, what does the guy have to do to get killed around here? You, somebody kill me. Thank you. Right. Now we have the MAAWS, yeah? It's apparently a laser guided, yeah? But I don't know what that means because it doesn't home in on anyone. It just seems to hit true to whatever your laser sight was aiming at. And it's only got one shot, yeah? So maybe it's really good for aerial combat because I've not took out an aerial thing with it. But unless it's like shit hot for that, which I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it just fires, you know, like true. It's a piece of shit. It's got one shot. You know, it just shoots where, you know, wherever it aims. There's nothing special or impressive about it that I can see. Maybe it's got a massive blast radius or something, but it doesn't really look like it. So all in all, not impressed with that. It's just a thing with a laser sight. I suppose you don't need to ADS, but then if you do ADS, look at that. Look at that for obscure vision. It's like a Panzer Shrek. That's a goddamn thing. So yeah, personally, I'm not impressed with that unless there's something I'm just not getting. Shoot me! So I can dodge. There we go. So that was the MAAWS. Not impressive. This one's called the Mayhem. This one is, yeah, these fire unguided projectiles, so probably not the best for taking out, you know, aerial kill streaks, unless they're, say, not very sophisticated kill streaks, or they tend to hover in one place, maybe like a helicopter or something might be. But it's pretty decent for people. It's basically, you know, the standard rocket launcher you want to just put on, fire and forget, clear out rooms. I'd say that's what that weapon is for, and it does a pretty good job of it. Apparently it fires projectiles of molten metal, but you can't really see it. You know, and if you can see it, you've probably just got blown up and blasted in the face by it. So yeah, I'm sure you're not going to take the time to think about how pretty it is. So all in all, it's pretty much just does what it says on the tin thing. I mean, it's got a decent scope and everything. I'm not sure. I don't think it does anything special. But we'll try and get a distance and see if we can get. It's got no lock on, so pretty sure it's just your regular scope sort of jobby. Yeah, it's not got lock on or anything. But it's just the sort of weapon that, you know, that you'd have like in any Call of Duty for just like it says, like the name says, laying down mayhem. So yeah, pretty decent. So out of the three, which one would I pick? Well, the Mayhem is does what it does on the, you know, does what it says on the tin rocket launcher, which is always good to have and is always useful. However, it is a bit like sort of bland in that respect. Then there's the MAAWS, which unless there's something I'm not getting, it's just a piece of shit, and I just don't understand the point of its existence. And then there's the Stinger, which unfortunately isn't They should have just put like a fucking future javelin in. That would have been hella cool. But I'm going to give it to the Stinger for its lock-on ability. A, for the aircraft, because I'd say it's the best for that, without a doubt. And B, you know, it's got lock-on ability, which will be, if you're taking out an objective, and if it's a long-range objective, there could be a lot of people capping a specific flag. You could get a lot of kills with that. So, because it's the most interesting, and probably the most lethal for aircraft, which is probably what you're going to want them for, I'm going to give it to the Stinger M7.